This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian. And as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Jordan Knodler is our man to watch. And what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today." That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly. We'll see if he's still in top shape in this matchup here today.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. Friday night baseball now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. Get ready for Red Sox baseball next. With that, here's a look at Terry Francona's Tribe starting nine. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
You know, guys, for me, this team does such a great job in two-strike counts when they put the ball in play. They're in the bottom third in the league in strikeouts, so you know they're going to hit it. Continue to put the ball in play, and that'll give them an excellent chance to win.
Clay Buchholz will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, one of the anomalies of this season, he is just not.
Jackie Bradley Jr. comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
Nobody out here, nobody.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike one. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight.
Now. Let's
They've
go.
been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
And they come off of what was overall an unsuccessful homestand. You can't afford to have a losing record when you're playing in your own building, so they're going to need to turn it around because they've got a tough stretch of road games coming up.
And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see. Let's call this thing a swinging bunt. Call it whatever you want. He'll call it a leadoff single.
Dustin Pedroia will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
0-1, here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground.
You got it, roll it up.
And that's through for a hit.
Eat it.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Can't ask for a whole lot more to start the inning. Hey, back-to-back base hits haven't threatened to score our first run of the night.
Xander Bogaerts will dig in now.
We go right now,
as you can
fellas,
see,
right
he's
now.
right up there in the American League batting race, currently second entering play.
And he hit over 300 during the last month, so he's seeing it really well right now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Squared that one up just a little late.
No one out now.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Has to be thinking strikeout here.
Nope, that's the ball.
Just a touch outside, 1-2.
1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
Oh, that's outside.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1-2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
Grounded back up the middle. Kipnis has it. The second for one. On to first, and they get the double play. Now a chance here from Fenway to take a look at John Farrell's starting lineup card. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, this team runs pretty well. They drive the ball into the gap pretty well. And as long as they keep avoiding the double play ball and let the game come to them and just drive in runs when they get the opportunities, they're going to be just fine.
David Ortiz is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Chopped foul right at home plate. 2 outs here with a runner at third.
Hey, 2 down.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Red Sox leave 1. After 1, no score. Hanley Ramirez will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Here we go.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Oh, good spot. On the black for strike 2.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2. And he'll step off. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Just trying to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, one of the great shortstops in the game, especially when you're talking about athleticism, Francisco Lindor. What he does just amazes every time out. We'll get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in now, the versatile Pablo Sandoval.
Yeah, we got 1.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Hey, get ahead, stay ahead right now.
Skied into straightaway right. Chisenhall giving chase.
I got it.
And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Blake Swihart will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. First delivery to him on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Here you go, fellas. Let's go.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Here it comes on 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. Number 40 will stand in now. Still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Hey, you never know. Things might be looking up for this guy. He's hitting over 300 in his last 10 games, even though his season average doesn't look that good.
0-1's the count.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one.
And, you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. Every time he takes a hill, this ball club has a great chance to walk away with a W. We'll see if he can wrap up another one for him here in this one.
Hey, we got one here.
Vaughn Lawrence comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Robinson is there for it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Number 25, center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Jackie Bradley Jr. stands in. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. 2 out, nobody on.
All right, here we go now.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And sometimes you can mistake being patient for being passive. I mean, unless he was really fooled there, that's a pitch he needs to be swinging at.
Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
And that misses 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Indians 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Leading off the inning, Dustin Pedroia, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball.
We got nobody.
1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike one. And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location, but he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
1 gone in the inning now. Here's Xander Bogaerts. High in the air and deep to left center field. Looking up is the center fielder. Gone! It's a solo shot for Xander Bogaerts. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Red Sox are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Boy, the ball is definitely jumping here early. That's the first home run we've seen so far, but it's not the first hard hit ball, and it's looking like it might not be such a good night to be a pitcher.
Now batting number 34.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. As he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, first baseman, Hanley.
Settling in now, Hanley Ramirez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
Hey, 2 away now, 2 away.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
It looked like he was going to try to go the other way with that thing, but a wise idea there to try to hold up.
High in the air into shallow left center. Calling for it, Brantley.
I got it, I got it, I got it.
And the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More from Boston after this. Pablo Sandoval will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Hot shot to third. Valbuena fields it cleanly and reined in 1 away. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA.
Yeah, Matt, more of the same for him as he's currently leading the American League in that category. And he's really been a difference maker on the mound. He attacks the strike zone and is using all of his pitches very effectively.
One down.
Just one of those guys that's really fun to watch doing his thing.
Blake Swihart is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1 and 2 now.
2 strikes.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Standing in now, number 40. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1.
2 down here.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 5 innings complete. The Indians on top, 3-1. Vaughn Lawrence will stand in as he'll lead things off for the Red Sox in their half of the 6th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
High in the air out to center field. Under it is the center fielder.
I got it. I got it.
He's got it 1 away. Jackie Bradley Jr. ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
The second baseman, number 15.
2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Here we go, guys. Let's go.
He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And a swing and a miss that time by Pedroia as he finds himself in an 0-2 hole now.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Hit the other way out toward right field.
You go, you go.
Has a lead on it,
and
that retires the side. Down in order go the Red Sox. They still trail it here 3-1. Xander Bogaerts will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on and
One
missed.
ball, one
1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And if I didn't know any better, I think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
Looking for his 10th strikeout. Swing and he pops it up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
That's ball
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Just out in front of that one. Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sinker. 3-2 now.
You know, and these guys could have used a few more long at-bats like this one earlier on in this game. Then maybe this starter would have been out of the game by now.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Tapper up the line. Valbuena is up with it. On to first as Valbuena throws him out. 1 gone.
Now batting number 34, designated hitter,
David Ortiz will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, ground ball out to start the 7th. Now an 0-2 count. He's looking sharp as ever.
1 down now. 1 down.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work of this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Hanley Ramirez will come in now with 2 away. And to this point, at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. 1
2
run
down
on
here.
3 hits. And no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
A ball, 1 strike.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They trail it 4-1. Pablo Sandoval will stand in to start out their half of the eighth with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
That's yanked into the stands, strike one.
Hey, come on now, here we go.
A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw is up the line as it gets away. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
Boy, when you're starving for offense, this is a huge break. They get the leadoff man on here to start the inning, and maybe getting this pitcher into his stretch might just jumpstart that offense.
Got no one out now.
Into the box now, Blake Swihart, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Well, he started off this way, and he continues on. He's throwing first pitch strikes to 80% of the batters he's faced, and we're late in this ballgame, and that's why he's on top.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Hey,
One
double
run
him up.
on
Let's
3
go.
hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right, but that'll be off the right field wall.
Cut hold, cut
really
hold, no runner.
Going here, runners at second and third to start the inning.
I'm not so sure he was intending to go this way. It looked like he was just a little bit late on a fastball right there, which is pretty easy to understand against a guy who throws as hard as this guy does. But it definitely works out for him as he winds up at second base with a double off the wall.
Hey, we got no outs.
Number 40 steps into the box. Here's the first pitch to him. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
Runners at second and third here, nobody out.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
Gets a small piece near the plate.
Nope, that's
that winds
foul.
up foul for the second strike. Hit out towards second. Kipnis is there. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
This late in the game, no sense in taking a chance trying to cut down that guy at the plate. So they'll be pretty happy just to trade the run for the out.
Hey, let's go right here.
Vaughn Lawrence gets a shot here as he'll look to pick up the second run of the inning now from third base.
And you know, he doesn't really have to do that much right here. With one out, there's a ton of different ways for him to drive that guy in.
Hit to third. Throw will be to first for the second out, but meanwhile another run is in to score.
Well, in the second inning of this game, that's probably a great at-bat. But with time running out to get back into this one, that's not exactly what you're hoping for. You'll take the run, but it's the out that was much more important.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. As he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Into the box, Dustin Pedroia. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Hey, 2 away now.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
0-1.
Hey, come on, guys.
Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. A good job there to pick up his 16th double of the year. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And another foul ball. On his way to pitch number 100. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Indians 8 and the Red Sox 3. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from Beantown, Boston, Mass. We're set for the final innings of this one. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 9-3. Good night from Fenway.
For the Red Sox, 3 runs on 7 hits.